In the dim light of the alleyway, shadows danced against the brick walls, flickering like the last embers of a dying fire. Fernando stood with an intensity that radiated off him, his eyes cold and unyielding as they locked onto James. "You got all my money?" he asked, the weight of his words hanging heavy in the air. There was no jest in his tone. He was a man on the edge, and he was ready to gamble everything. James, a scruffy figure with a weathered face and weary eyes, nodded as he lifted the bag of cash, the crinkling sound echoing in the narrow space. "Every last dime," he replied, a hint of defiance in his voice as he offered the bag forward. But in that fleeting moment, as Fernando reached out, the world exploded around them in a cacophony of sound and fury. A deafening blast pierced the stillness, igniting chaos. The cannon James had hidden beneath the bag erupted, sending a jolt of heat and destruction through the air. Fernando staggered back, shock etching itself across his features as 2 bullets found their mark, piercing through his chest with a brutal precision. Blood erupted, a grotesque flower blooming upon his shirt, as he gasped for breath, desperately seeking the air that was now a cruel taunt. His heartbeat quickened, each pulse a reminder of what was slipping away. Clutching his chest, he collapsed, the cold embrace of death pulling him into darkness, as his last realization dawned. This was not just a transaction gone wrong, but a battle for survival in a world that had never shown him mercy. Meanwhile, the chaos surged. Hector, a towering figure cloaked in menace, emerged from the shadows, his men unleashing a flurry of bullets in James's direction. James, despite the searing pain puncturing his body, stood his ground. Each shot he took was a testament to his resolve, dropping 2 more of Fernando's men before the inevitable caught up with him. Wounded and weary, James fell to his back, heat pooling around him as he pressed his hands against the wounds that told the story of a life lived on the edge. He thought of his wife and sons, the visions of their laughter and love flooding his mind, giving him strength amidst the agony. He had fought for them, had dared to dream of a better life, and in this moment he felt a bittersweet sense of victory. Yet as the world around him faded, Hector loomed above him, a dark specter with a pistol aimed squarely between his brows. "Look at me," Hector barked, his voice a mixture of triumph and rage, expecting to see a man begging for mercy. But James, in his final moments, was unyielding. "It was business, never personal," he uttered, defiance carving out his last breath. With a final bang, the gun exploded, the shockwave of death silencing all that came before it. In those last fleeting moments, James realized that he had become his own savior, the architect of his fate. As darkness overtook him,